How we doing, everyone? How are we doing? Today is Friday, June the 4th, 2021. Just doing a live really quickly in regards to the real estate lunch talk. We put out the short videos on Mondays and Fridays. This past Monday was Memorial Day, so we didn't do one. And we're just trying to finish up the week with our real estate lunch talk series. Just a short video about trending topics and things that we feel will bring value to buyers, sellers, and investors. So we saw two articles that we're going to reference. They are both in the comment section if you want to go and read them yourself. We're going to touch on those briefly. And, just in terms of the market itself, it's still going upwards. Looks like we may be at a peak level right now. Um, Prices from year to year have gone up about 20%. So even if you bought something last year and you sold it this year, you're looking at most likely somewhere 10 to 20% return on that property, if not more, just depending on where what price you bought the property at. So things are just, trending upwards. Interest rates are still low, under 3%. So that has a lot of people coming into the market. And with the lack of inventory, you have more competition and people are paying more than the asking price on a lot of property. So that trend is just continuing to be there. That's just what the market is at this particular point. So if you are a buyer, seller, investor, obviously you have to look at those factors and take that into consideration on what your decision will be on a property that you own or if you're looking to buy. But like I said, we try to bring other articles that everybody may not know about, may not follow, that will bring some good information, hopefully, to you and help you in your future decisions. So with that being said, there were two articles that I saw. The first I'll go to is the White House addresses racial disparity and wealth. This has been a big topic for a lot of years. The disparity between minorities and non-minorities in terms of their wealth is significant. I think the average wealth for non-minorities is somewhere over $100,000. And for minorities, it is somewhere below $20,000 in terms of wealth. So there is a big disparity there. So the White House Tuesday announced plans to narrow the racial wealth gap with action related to two of the principal wealth builders in America: small business ownership and home ownership. So today the administration says it is taking critical steps towards realizing the president's directives during that first week in office. He announced this early on in his campaign and in his presidency. So they are taking steps to do this. So it says here, I'll just read a little bit more. This comes about on the back of we're celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Massacre. So a lot of these things are starting to come back up. African American and minorities are taking more initiative and looking into, the Tulsa Massacre, what happened at that time. And, they're really focusing on, trying to build wealth the best way that they can. So this has become more public on social media and different outlets. So the word is spreading out there and people are trying to figure out ways, to increase their wealth and do things that is going to help that. And, we obviously try to help people with that by investing in real estate and real estate notes. We feel that can be a very good wealth building strategy for people, excuse me, and their families. So a little bit more on the article here. It says, because disparities in wealth compound like an interest rate, the disinvestment in Black families in Tulsa and across the country throughout our history is still felt sharply today. The median Black American family has the 13 cents to every $1 in wealth held by white families. So that kind of goes to that, over $100,000 to less than $20,000. As part of his jobs plan, President Biden has said he will implement a neighborhood homes tax credit to attract private investment in development and rehabilitation of affordable homes for low and moderate income home buyers and home owners. So the thing here is if you're someone looking to buy, try to follow what is coming to your local county or city and state in terms of affordable housing. There may be some vouchers, there may be some programs, some grants, things of that nature that may be coming soon to help with the affordability. The affordability of homes. We talked about this in the past. Home affordability is a very big issue. You have a lot of people who are getting priced out of the market. Like I talked about with, prices going up as much as they have from year to year. A lot of people are getting priced out of buying homes. So, if you are an investor, you want to look at it from this affordability side. There may be some things in these local municipalities and counties and things of that nature that are going to incentivize affordable housing. So if you are looking, if you are into the development side, or if you are a fix and flipper and things of that nature, there may be some things out there that are coming to these different towns. As we discussed before with real estate note investing, you can provide affordable housing in a lot of different places throughout the country. We don't necessarily stay in our backyard to invest. There are a lot of opportunities in lower price bands and lower markets where, housing affordability is much lower than, this particular part of the country in the Northeast here. So there are some opportunities to, put some money in places where it's more affordable and you can get some better returns on your money. So I thought this was a good article to kind of look at and make people aware of. Again, if you're a buyer, you want to look for some of these programs. If you're an investor, you want to look for some of these programs that are potentially coming to your area. And, if you're a seller, this probably doesn't, in the fact that, this particular article probably doesn't do a whole lot for sellers. But, with the market that we're in, sellers need to take advantage of the increasing prices that are going on to try to cash in, so to speak, on that equity, whether you sell the property or if you do some type of cash out, refinance, take money out, and then look to maybe put money into places where there is some affordability issues and you can help with housing affordability. Like I said, we try to do that with note investing. What's going to happen most likely is that these banks are going to package up these loans that were in forbearance and people that weren't paying. They're going to be selling these loans most likely coming up. You'll probably see more inventory coming up towards the second half of this year and towards the end of this year. So people can, maybe take some equity out of the house, use it to invest in some of these lower priced band areas and get a good return on their money. So, I thought that this would be a good article for people to consider, to look at, to read, and just start to maybe look for the opportunities, maybe if not directly in your state, in your surrounding area, or in other areas where, properties are a lot less expensive than they are here in the Northeast. So you can check out, that particular article if you like. And the second article here, it says that organizations expand affordable homeownership mortgage program. So we can see that there's a concerted effort with housing affordability in this administration. Um, so they're going to be expanding on affordable housing, uh, home ownership, mortgage program. And it says here Bank of America and the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, which is NACA, this week announced the expansion of their national affordable home ownership mortgage program with the goal of providing $15 billion in mortgages to low to moderate income home buyers through 2027. This partnership continues to be instrumental in helping to build wealth for those historically locked out of affordable homeownership, thus reducing the racial disparity gap. Um, so, if you are someone that is maybe in low to moderate home, you want to possibly look into NACA. Go down to your local bank, see if there are some programs that they can extend to you for low to moderate income. Maybe now, because of the pricing, to where prices are, you can't necessarily buy right now, but getting the information, getting yourself prepared, um, maybe in another 6 months, maybe in another year, if you have everything in order, and then there's a shift in this particular market, and some more of these more affordable housing units and properties become available, you will be ready. So I would, suggest that, first time home buyers too, especially people that, maybe graduating within the next year or recently out of college within 5 years, you want to possibly look in to these programs and see how they work and try to develop some type of plan around this program. There are most likely going to be some grants and things of that nature, and how and if they need to be repaid back. But you want to, keep this in mind to where the market is. So maybe if you get this house and the market shifts a little bit, just understand that, I maybe have to stay here maybe a little bit longer than maybe I first anticipated. Maybe I was only going to stay 3 or 4 years and try to sell it. Maybe I'll have to stay 6 or 7 years and try to sell it. But just try to use this particular program in accordance with the market and see where you are in terms of your equity, keeping an eye on your equity, and leveraging your equity if you can. If you like where you live and you want to stay there longer than maybe 5 or 7 years, you can look into doing that. Maybe there's a chance down the line that you can maybe refinance and get out of this particular program and then use the property as a rental property. So these are all things that, if you look at it and come up with a good solid plan on what you want to do, you can use programs that are coming and they're trying to put out to the public right now to put yourself in a good position to build that wealth that we just talked about. So I thought that this would be good for somebody that's, possibly looking. If you are going to be looking in the near future, maybe in the next 1 to 3 years, try to look into these programs with your local banking institution or NACA, and see if you can, get yourself prepared to take advantage of this. For people that are older, maybe you can, obviously have your children look into this, maybe your grandchildren, and see about getting them prepared to take advantage of this. Because I think now is going to be a time where, as a minority, you really need to look at taking advantage of these wealth building opportunities that are coming. I know a lot of other things are going on right now with COVID and people not working and stuff like that. But anytime you do have a crisis like this, there are going to be some opportunities. And I think that this administration is trying to put forward some opportunities for minorities to start to, lower or reduce that wealth gap. And there are ways that you can take advantage of it. And, we'd like to help people do that. So if there's anything that we can do to help people with that, please reach out to us. You can make any comments on this video, and we can possibly have, additional conversations to see on how we can help. So those were the two articles that I saw that I thought that would be some good information for people to look at. So please look at that at your leisure. And if you have any comments, questions, or anything like that, please post a comment. Uh, or if you want to reach out to me, my telephone number is 973-475-8488. Or you can reach me at acg@abundantcapitalgroup.com. Please look for me on social media, Abundant Capital Group on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And if you want to reach out via Twitter, I'm at Abundant Cap GRP. Abundant Cap CAP GRP. So with that being said, I wasn't going to be on here too long today, but it's been a little while since we put one of these out. But we just wanted to, keep putting out some good content that we think is valuable to people. And if anybody wants to talk, please reach out. And we'd love to sit down and talk to you and see how we can work together. So with that being said, everybody have a great weekend. And we'll be back Monday. We'll pick this back up for our lunch talk on Monday. We'll put out a video just about noontime. And we'll also be talking about real estate note investing on Monday evenings at 7:30 p.m. And then next Thursday at 7:30, we will talk about IRAs and retirement accounts and self-directed IRAs. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see some videos there in regards to both of those topics if you want to look at some of those. And then maybe bring your questions for either Monday or Thursday. We'll be live on Instagram as well as Facebook, 7:30 p.m. on Monday and Thursday. All right, with that being said, everybody have a great and safe weekend, and we will see you next week.